Here we are, guys. Another episode of Shortside Racers, an EA NHL podcast slash video series. So today we are going to discuss what is going to be revealed in tomorrow's NHL 20 gameplay trailer. Also going to discuss a little esports for Versus, as well as Sixes, where the ESHL concluded another season last night. Let's get into all the news and whatnot. So the NHL released a few images on their Twitter over the last week or so. The first one getting on July 11th, explosive transitions in NHL 20. Explosive transitions allow you to take the puck in stride, anticipating a turn before receiving the puck, and retain your speed, allowing every player to make plays in motion. The best way to describe this is currently, if you slow down and look at a slow motion replay of a lead pass out of your zone, a breakup pass out the wing, you will notice that when your player receives the puck, he will stop skating momentarily, allowing the defenseman and whatnot to catch up a little bit. What's going to happen in NHL 20 is that they will not stop skating. They will skate right through the puck, and it's going to allow a lot more faster transitions, meaning that you might see a lot of 2-on-1s, a lot of odd man rushes, breakaways even early on in NHL 20 because of this. It's a fantastic change for gameplay because as it stands right now, again, it's very hard to notice, but it is there, and it does explain why there are some rushes and whatnot where it just seems like you can't get enough oomph to get by, and the other person's defenseman can catch up. So we're going to get our first glimpse at this in the NHL trailer tomorrow. They followed that up on July 12th with the goalie intelligence system. In NHL 20, goalies in position and in control will have the ability to take over the game with all new controlled saves, redirects, and a whole new suite of covers. Now, I didn't get to see this in the build that I got to play in April, but what I do want to say is this one of all of the other changes in gameplay I'm most skeptical about. I want to see how it is first before I can make any judgments of whether I'm excited for it or not. The best way to describe this, as far as what I've been told, is that if a goaltender goes into, let's say, the butterfly, and he's stopping a shot and it leaks through, there are times and situations where he kind of just stays in the butterfly, goes left and right, and the puck's just kind of hanging out in the crease. Whereas now there might be an actual save, and he'll swat it away out from behind him, as well as the bigger one. And again, it's a little bit more of a game changer. Would be how they control rebounds. So if the goaltender AI goalie notices that you're on a 2-on-1, or there's a guy on the far side, and you shoot low pads, he will send it off into the corner away from the trouble because it can detect that there is a potential rebound scoring option. This kind of did change quite a bit in 19. I know in 18 and 17, low off the pad was basically an automatic goal. And in 19, they did adjust it a little bit where rebounds are kind of more random and they aren't so automatic. But again, I want to see how this plays into NHL 20. Like I mentioned in my previous video, when NHL 19 released, goaltenders were really overpowered. They didn't move a lot. Short-side wristers, and when I say overpowered, short-side wrist is the meta, the normal goals that do go in, and even the one-timers in the slot just weren't going in. There was a lot of desperation saves, things like that. Whereas then things had to be tuned down, and it kind of reverted the game back. It was kind of a jumbled up kind of mess throughout the season because they were adjusted so much. Whereas now I want to see how they play. I'm wondering if the meta will be changed completely. Short side wristers won't be effective. Maybe far side shots will be, a bigger play. Maybe even 5-hole shots. I don't know. This one I'm really excited to see. And then finally, we got what they will discuss for tomorrow's trailer with this last graphic, the RPM Tech 2.0 signature shots, meaning those one-timers and whatnot or the toe drag from Matthews, how that card specifically, or that player specifically in Versus, will have a cooler looking shot. It will look different than how you would normally toe drag. Well, let's say Pedersen, if you have the Matthews card or player. It is purely aesthetic. I do want to mention that I did talk to the developers, and they did confirm that it is purely aesthetic. The contextual shots, that one's a big one. So if you notice in the trailer, you had to really look. I'd mentioned this in my last video. if you send a pass too far away and you catch it on the forehand, instead of it just missing, your player will actually reach out and try to get something behind it. If it's sent into his skates and you do a one-timer right now, it's just a muffin, awkward animation. He will actually kick it up, that kind of stuff, so that you can get some more fluid shots. It's going to look a lot more realistic and not so broken animation that you can get, especially on the forehand one-timers. Explosive transitions, I'm going to assume that's referring to the taking the puck in stride and then the goalie intelligence, and that is set to be revealed tomorrow. I don't have a time on that, but if I had to guess, I'd say around 2 p.m. Eastern time. Moving on, let's discuss yesterday's ESHL final on League Gaming, where Big Baller Brand took on Reasonable Doubt in the finals of the Space Gaming $3,500 Sixes season. Big Baller Brand won in Game 7, just like they did in the previous season, locking up another $3,500, but this one was a lot more dramatic, even though somehow, considering that their first championship was in a ton of overtimes in Game 7. Last night specifically, they won Game 1, and Reasonable Doubt took the next 3 games, going up 3-1, with Big Baller Brand only scoring 1 goal over those 3 games. And then Bones, Nuge, and the boys won 3 straight, including another Game 7 overtime winner for Bones. Ice in my veins on demand. Let's run the clip.
Good try.
Stick him. Nice. No.
Cut.
Let's go, dude!
Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
This is our fucking game, dude!
Let's go, baby.
Fantastic job, boys. Nuge wins for the best let's go of NHL 19 easy. And finally, on today's episode, let's discuss the Vancouver Canucks Chell Challenge. It looks like it's being run by Battlefy, and we got a ton of details, first reported by The O-Way. Please follow him on Twitter at The O-Way. Please, any esports involving NHL, he's always on top of it. Go hit him up on Twitter if you ever need information in regards to NHL esports. So let's look at the details for the event. It looks like it's 4 online qualifiers starting August 3rd and 4th, and then 10th and 11th. Pretty standard stuff. First, of the qualifiers, so if you qualify in the first one, it looks like you're not going to be able to qualify in the next one, and it looks like you're getting a chance to play at the Gaming Stadium in Richmond, BC on August 17th. Now, for prizing, it doesn't look like there's any money yet involved, so you don't get anything for qualifying for the events. First place is going to get the Canucks Chell Champion, the opportunity to play NHL 20 with a Vancouver Canucks player, VIP experience, at an upcoming Vancouver Canucks regular season home game. Second place gets that same VIP experience and a meet and greet with a Canucks player after the game. And then third place is Canucks Sports Entertainment ticket packaging. Now, I do need to mention here the qualifying players must be living in Western Canada and must be able to attend the event by themselves, meaning that there's no travel involved. So this is online only for guys in Western Canada, which is actually kind of sweet because there wasn't really a lot of esports done other than the Calgary event for Western Canada. So U.S. guys that are in California, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to attend. Same with John Wayne. This is sad. Now, other than that, looks like you've got to join the Canucks Esport Discord channel. If you go to Battlefy's website here, you just have to click that and you will join it. And you've got to use the Vancouver Canucks. So any more details that we get, I will let you know. But again, Johnny, the O-Way, will always be first to it. So again, guys, just check that out. Especially Nuke, guy who did finish 3rd in the GWC. Looks like this might be his tournament to hammer home a great season of NHL. So guys, that is going to do it for today's episode of Shortside Wristers. Leave a like and a comment discussing what you guys want to see from the trailer tomorrow, what you expect from it, and then once the trailer is live, I'll do a recap of it and what I think and all that kind of stuff. I will be also watching it live tomorrow on my stream. You can catch me every morning, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Link is down below for my stream on Twitch. Be sure to hit that up. We'll watch it together and discuss it live real time tomorrow. So you guys, thank you for watching. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.